All right, good morning. It's a little bit after 6 in the morning here, Monday, August 4th. And I thought I'd do just a quick short video. What do you do when you're bored, when you're on hospice? And to be honest, that was the first time last night that I was bored. A lot of times on hospice, I actually still do set a schedule for myself, where it's like, oh, here, I got it right here. So it's like from 8 or 6 to 10-ish, I take certain medications. And one thing that I've tried to do is just spread them out over that time so that my body can actually metabolize and digest them. So again, one thing I do when I'm bored is, again, I've showed this many times, my notebook. I will get ahead in my notebook. Some people are more up to date. They might do spreadsheets, which might be easier, but I'm old school. I like paper and pencil. So every day, in fact, that's one thing I was working on this morning, I create just kind of a blank template of the daily scheduled meds so that I can record when I took them. But then I also have these meds where I have to take like every 2, 4, 6 hours to deal with the top 3 problems I have, which is pain, shortness of breath, and nausea. So they don't kind of always match. So 2 different schedules. So just writing these out. That's one thing that helps me when I'm bored. And I like these different multicolored pens because I do like red is my pain and green is my nausea, blue's my shortness of breath, and then the black one is just keeping track kind of everything else. So it does take time to really manage your meds and follow your schedule. So that's one thing I do when I'm bored. The other thing is the nurses come, and another thing I keep track of in this notebook is I have caregivers, but also for myself. I have a big pill box, and so I have my caregivers, and I write down all the different medications that go into that pill box so that they can check it for me and refill it for me. And then on this other side, I have things I would like to talk to hospice about when they come, and then also the needed supplies and meds. So that's another thing I keep track of, and it's actually been a very helpful conversation tool when the hospice people come. So the first thing is just making sure you have some sort of tracking system, and it does take time, so that's one thing you can do with your time. I still do check my email, and you can probably tell how I'm doing with how much or how little I'm on social media. Lately, I'm finding myself on Facebook is my main platform that I use. I'm on there a lot more than I used to be because I'm bored, but I'm also interested in other people's lives. And so it gives me an outside glimpse as to what's going on outside my little world. So I have been checking social media a little bit more. The other thing is just taking care of myself. I would have to say my mornings aren't as boring because I start my med routine, the caregivers come in, I gotta do showers and all those other things. So just a routine can help prevent some boredom. But then after my routine, after lunch, I do get tired. So napping can relieve boredom. But sometimes what I find is, because I do my napping during the day, and I don't always wear out my body because I'm not doing as much as all y'all are doing out there, or what I used to do. Lots of TV. And so my mind sometimes doesn't get tired enough. I want to respect my family's schedules so that, like my husband wakes up at like 4 or 5 in the morning to get to go to work, and so he needs to go to bed around 8:30 or 9. I find I get tired between like 3 and I don't know. It could go anywhere from 3 to 9 with a wide variety of what that looks like. Most of the time I'm not knocked out. It's funny, it will look like I'm knocked out. And then people will talk and then I'll respond. So they kind of forget I'm in the room because they think I'm sleeping. So it's kind of showing that my mind isn't totally shut off so that I don't always get that tired. So then last night was the first night sitting down here at 9 at night, and I'm like, what do I do? Kind of checked all the social media. My mind's not tired, my body's not tired. Now the other thing that happens is I do have, medications and things that are supposed to help me get tired, and sometimes they do, and sometimes I find that my metabolism is so slow that they might sit in my system for a while and they might not kick in until like 5, like I might take it at midnight or something the night before, and it doesn't kick in until like the afternoon the day later, and that's why I'm sleeping, because it took that long to travel or metabolize. So that's been kind of interesting. So when that doesn't work, what I found is a long time ago, some coworkers had sent me like coloring pages. And then I also heard some people talk about writing letters to loved ones. So now I think what I'm going to do is I went on Amazon and I bought a whole bunch of like blank cards, generic cards for birthdays and things. And now when I'm bored, I'm going to write letters to loved ones that I can leave behind, that they can still get throughout their lifetime, to let them know that I'm still with them.